What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another account progression video. Alright, so it is time to get another tier 2, and we're going to be getting Clea to tier 2 today. So yeah, I just kind of saw her sitting there on my roster, and I saw that nice little red dot there telling me I have enough bios for her, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll upgrade her to tier 2 today. And also, she is a universal character, so of course she has her uses for World Boss Ultimate to boost my what is it again? Valor. I believe that was the word for it. Boost my Valor. So of course any universal getting put to tier 2, even if I don't use them in like Shadowlands or anything like that directly, will still be helping me for War Boss Ultimate. So yeah, it is time for Clea to get upgraded here. So let's go ahead and take a look at her before we upgrade her. So her gears, of course, are 20s. Don't have any Uru on her. For her skills, we upgraded the first skill, but it doesn't need to be upgraded, so I don't remember why I did, because that minus 10% is like that at level 1. Her third skill, we do want to level up because we get that increase to the amount of guard hits, but still, it is only for 2 seconds. That's the one thing I don't like about Clea that would make her a lot stronger, is just buffing this third skill right here for the duration of the guard hit or the duration of the invisibility. Any of that would really help her survivability, because she is lacking a little bit on the survivability. Her passive here, we do have that summon an illusion, has 95% of her stats, which is nice, so that is a pretty decent illusion right there. The fourth skill we don't need leveled up. The fifth skill we do level up because we get the illusions from the fifth skill here, and it is 125% of her stats, so these are a little bit better, so these guys will be doing some damage for us. And then let's see what our tier 2 is going to be. So for her, we're going to be getting a 60% increase to all attack and defense of the summoned characters, and I don't know if that defense really matters, because I don't remember that the summons or the illusions can actually be attacked. I could be wrong. I'll find out, of course, when we jump into the gameplay, but I don't remember them being able to be attacked. And then a 10% increase to the HP, and a 50% duration increase for the summoned characters. So that's really nice. They'll stay out a little bit longer, so we should have them up pretty much the entire time. And then it's going to enhance the effects of skill Mystic Bond, which is going to be her passive right here. So I think it'll just boost the strength of this illusion. We'll have to check. So it is a 25% chance right now when attacking to get the illusion. And then let's see, her isolate set, we do have Spy Tactics, so I guess I just kind of kept that when I first got here, because Spy Tactics is definitely not the ideal set for her. If you want to go offensive, something like Binary Power, or offensive defensive, Binary Power would be really good on her to get that HP shield. Drastic Density Enhancement, of course, is another really good option, because I think she's more of a defensive character in terms of pulling out her full potential, because her attack it's okay, but I don't think it's really anything too special. So I like having her actually as a defensive character, which is kind of surprising, because I usually build all my characters offensively. So I'll probably re-roll this isolate set a little bit later after this video. But yeah, if you want to go offensive with her, of course, Power the Angry Hulk or Overdrive are still the two sets to go for. And then the isolate set we have is Immune to Guard Break and Invincibility. Again, just trying to increase her survivability, because survivability is quite low. And definitely having that Immune to Guard Break really helps, because her fourth skill is a very long animation, and that's where most of her damage is going to be coming from. So yeah, that's what we got there. Let's take a look at our details real fast. So we have almost max skill cooldown. I'm guessing her gear doesn't have any native skill cooldown, so that's why it's not maxed. Ignore defense, only 36%, and everything else is pretty low on terms of the stats. So let's go ahead and advance her. We're going to do that naturally, because we do have the bios and the resources. So let's go ahead and get her to tier 2. Boom, alright, there we go. So we now have Clea at tier 2. We got the Mystic Spirit. Let's go ahead and share that just because. Alright, so another tier 2 added to our roster. What do we have here? Ruler of the Dark Dimension. Alright, awesome. So let's see what that change was for her 4-star passive here. So it is now, okay, so it increased both of them. So we now have a 45% chance when attacking to get the illusion, and the illusion is now 105% of the summoner stats. So it lasts 10 seconds and 20 seconds, so we have a 10-second downtime between that, but we'll always have these two illusions up here, so that should be fine. Yeah, so now that she is freshly tier 2, let's go ahead and try out a little bit and see how Clea plays. Alright, so here we are at Shadowland. We have floor 16, and then we've got the kind of Thor stage here, so basically just don't use anyone that does lightning damage, and we're going to be trying Clea out here. So we're going to be bringing in Clea by herself. We have our own leadership, which is not really going to help too much here with that decreased skill cooldown, because we're pretty much already maxed. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and hop in here, and we'll see how she can do on this floor. I'm not really too sure that she'll be able to do this. I think she's going to have the damage, but I don't think she's going to be able to survive here, because her survivability is just really bad from what I remember. So come on, get over here. I want to get you guys silenced. Yeah, so now basically we just want to keep them in this circle the entire time so they can only do basic attacks, and that is going to be the best way to try to keep her alive. And so far the damage is pretty good. Oh, no, no, no. Now, yes, keep her in the circle. There we go. Alright, I think we have it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, even with the invincibility obelisk, she was still doing some pretty good damage, actually. So her damage is a little bit better than I remember. We were only on floor 16, but still, I think that was pretty good damage. So yeah, her damage is better than I remember. Her survivability is just as bad as I remember, because we still almost died there. Even with our 4 seconds of invincibility on our obelisk, it was still really tight. And we even had the silent circle down a lot, so they could pretty much only do normal attacks, which is going to be the best way to keep her alive, is to have the enemies in that circle. Of course, it doesn't work on world bosses, so that's only going to be for Shadowland. So she's not going to be very useful in like world boss situations, because she just does not have the survivability. She doesn't have a guard that lasts long enough. That 2 seconds isn't really going to do anything for you, and she has no invincibility or damage immunity. So yeah, overall just a very fragile character, but it looks like she does have enough damage to at least clear some Shadowlands floors. So yeah, like I said, she was just kind of a impulse tier 2. I just saw her there and I felt like, you know what, it's finally time to tier 2 her. So yeah, just adding her for the sake of increasing my amount of universal tier 2s and just to increase my overall roster in terms of tier 2s in general. So I wouldn't really recommend her as one of your first tier 2s, because she doesn't really bring too much to the table. There's a lot more characters that you would want to focus on before her. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.